Hi, this is Mia, and today I wanted to talk about something out of the ordinary for me. It's not makeup or beauty or cooking or reading or anything like that or yoga. I want to talk about preppers or prepping or survivalist or just in other words, being prepared for emergency preparedness. In recent events, Hurricane Sandy, Hurricane, Katrina, Rita, tsunamis that have been happening, inclement weather, storms, floodings, all kinds of stuff, hurricanes, I said hurricanes, earthquakes, stuff like that. Just thought about, how many people are suffering because they are not prepared. And I totally would be one of those people as far as being prepared. I don't even know where a flashlight is in our house. I'm not saying we don't have one, but we just moved and got a new house, and I have no idea if we have flashlights, where they are. I have not purchased any candles, any matches, any things that you any of the things that you would need in an emergency, or if the power was out or whatever. So I discovered two YouTube channels recently, Afroprepper and a she-chef. They're husband and wife, and they're big into prepping and getting there. I learned terms from them that I never learned before, like a bug out kit, which is like, I guess, like things that you would need if you were going to have to leave suddenly. And a bug in kit is, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, a kit that you would need if you had to hunker down and stay in your home for a while. Like, say you were snowed in, or something just happened and it was not safe to, venture out, or we weren't able to get to stores, yada, yada, yada. So, I discovered these blogs, and it just brought what I was thinking about to the forefront of my mind. And also, I did some traveling last year, and I spent some time in my husband's country of origin, and we spent some time in the UK as well. And just both countries, both continents, showed me that the way that we think or prepare or function as Americans, we could do, we have the resources to function a little bit more effectively and to just, I would say, be more prepared if something happened. So I'm calling this my Prissy Girl's Guide to Prepping, because I've been accused of being prissy, bourgeois, those kinds of things. I like my makeup, I like my massage, my manicures, pedicures, all those kinds of things. But being well groomed will not get you out of a emergent kind of situation. Well, I mean, anyhow, so I just wanted to share some things that I thought a new person to prepping might find handy, because these are some things that I have planned to implement, like now this week. I talked to my husband about it, and he was like, "Yeah, we really need to be doing better." So this is a new concept for me, but these are some things that I wanted to share that I think are paramount to preparing for any kind of emergencies. Like I said before, floodings, hurricanes, severe weather, if you lose your job, if the financial institutions collapse, if zombies come, Hunger Games. Just kidding about the last two, but you never know. So, my list, I'll start now, and I'm looking down because I took some notes. But I think the number one most important thing, well, my first and second things are equal to me. I think they're both, like, they go hand in hand, but is to get healthy, get physically fit. And the second thing would be to get mentally fit, but they go hand in hand. So if you are overweight, you're overweight, I am one of those overweight people. I've recently lost like over 50 pounds, but I still need to lose more and get fit. Not just, I don't want to be skinny and be a weakling. I want to be fit and strong and able to, take care of myself and, just be a strong individual, because obviously if anything happens, the fitter you are, the better you'll be able to come out of it unscathed. So I want to be fit. I want to be healthy. As far as mentally, I'm a person who has suffered from anxiety and depression, and thank God I am pretty much over the hump, but just someone with my predispositions and my family history, I know that I will be prone to mental health issues like depression and anxiety if I'm not on top of my game. And a part of being on top of my game is being physically fit. Working out releases, endorphins, and it makes me feel good. It helps me not to be depressed. I do yoga also, and that is mind calming and body strengthening. I am attempting to, eat better. I juice, I do green smoothies. I have a wicked sweet tooth and I like fried stuff. But I'm trying to cut back on the things that, I know will not be good for me in the long run. So just getting physically fit, mentally fit, spiritually, if that's your thing, get your mind right in many different ways, get your body right. If you're underweight, try to put on a little bit of muscle. The healthier you are, the better. I was thinking about the people who, like with Sandy, when Sandy recently hit, I thought about the people who are on medication, like how horribly they were affected. You can't get your meds. What if you were out, you were out already a day, then, you didn't have power. Then after that, you didn't have gas because there was a gas shortage. And then, all of these things, and you don't have your medication. How are you functioning? People that are diabetic and maybe they're living from paycheck to paycheck and they can't get a bunch of their maintenance medications or anything like that. As far as I mentioned before, I've had anxiety issues and depression issues. I used to be on medication for that, and thank goodness I'm not anymore. But it's just, I don't know, just I personally want to be as fit as I can and on as little medication as I can be on. So just in case I'm not able to get it for some reason, what if, I just, nothing happened, but I just lost my job, or my husband lost his job, since I don't work outside the home, but, and we just couldn't afford it anymore. So my goal in life is just to be as healthy as I can be and take care of myself physically, mentally, spiritually, so I can be a strong person. Kind of got off on a tangent there. The next thing on my Prissy Girls Guide to Prepping is to learn a tangible skill. For years, I didn't have any skills that I felt were tangible. I couldn't really do anything. So just over the past, 10 years or so, I've been trying to pick up a thing here or two. I know how to knit now. I'm not very good. Okay, no problem. That's my little one. I can knit. I can make my own bread. The next thing that I'm trying to learn is gardening and planting and stuff like that. I come from a family of farmers. My grandpa had a farm until the 1990s. So I come from farming. My mom and my grandmother could sew anything. We're talking clothing, lingerie, everything. They could sew everything. I couldn't do that. I'm learning how to sew. I've taken a sewing class here and there. So learn something tangible, a skill that you can fall back on. Baking, soap making, candle making, not even just for in case of emergencies, but like if you if you lost your job, maybe don't what we talked about before. Like maybe if you lost your job, you can have a skill to fall back on. You could always sell cookies or sell some soap and put a bow on it, make it fancy, put a French name. I mean, just anything to be able to support yourself alternatively or just be helpful. It feels really great to be self-sufficient. Another kind of passive thing that you can do is like if you see water on sale, just stock up on water. Like I said before, we have a big family, so I mean, we would need water for drinking and cooking and bathing and all that kind of stuff. So just when you see it on sale wherever, my mom is a big fan of Big Lots, and I was just like, ew, Big Lots. But I will go to Big Lots and stock up on some water. There's no shame in going wherever you can, stretch your dollar the most. Yeah, stock up on water and non-perishables. Shush, please. I am not a big fan of like canned goods or whatever, but if there's nothing else to eat, I betcha that those beans or corn or whatever will be quite tasty. So stocking up on those things are good. Another thing would be I put on my list is know thy neighbor. I'm really antisocial and I'm horrible with names, but now I make it a point to know at least a couple of my neighbors. Not only is it, good to know your neighbors just if nothing happened, but if something happened, it's great to have that support of your neighbors. If they don't know you, they're going to be looking at you suspiciously. So knowing your neighbors is good. So I make it a point. We just moved in this house a couple months ago, but no, I know a couple of my neighbors by name. I've introduced myself, my kids, my husband. If I have extra baked goods that I don't need the calories, I'll take them to my neighbor's house. And, those are things that keep your neighbors happy and, keep them friendly. So you never know, when you'll be in need of them or just on a regular security basis. Like, if your neighbor knows you and they, know what you look like, know what your family looks like. If they see some random strange person at 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe they'll be more apt to say something to you. The last thing, because my children are getting antsy, would be to diversify your assets. Keep liquid assets or easily liquidated assets accessible. If you like to keep cash in your house, just be creative with your security, securing it in your home. Be creative with that. Gold, a lot of ladies in my religious culture and my husband's culture, they buy gold. And gold, I think gold is down right now, but it's not going to go down too much. And it's always something that you can easily liquidate or trade or whatever you need to do. So, I'm new to prepping, but those are the things that I'm starting right now at this moment to do. And I hope it helps someone. The prepping videos that I found on YouTube really helped me out. So I don't think you'll ever see this, but thank you, and I appreciate TheSheChef and Afroprepper. Thank you for rekindling something that I thought about before but hadn't acted on it. So I really appreciate informational videos like that. And I might be prissy, but I'm not dumb, and I'm not always about makeup. So I think these things will be helpful. And that's all I have to say right now. Bye. Can you say bye?
Bye. I want to be on a video too.
You want to be on a video